Alright, so Until Dawn is one of the best horror games ever made, and also one of the first to feature the sort of Telltale games like direction, where you can choose different outcomes to change things within the game's story. It came before the Dark Pictures series and the amazing game called The Quarry, which if you've played that and Until Dawn, you would notice that the two are eerily similar. It's kind of sus, I'm not gonna lie.
Shut the fuck.
But today I got the Platinum Trophy on Until Dawn. It only has 19 trophies inside, and the guide says 1 playthrough, but that's a complete lie. Also, 15 hours is way too much, but that's okay because we still love the guide creators even if they are slightly autistic sometimes. This is also a part of my challenge to platinum pretty much every single notable single player game that I haven't already before I hit 100,000 subscribers because I have no life, so make sure to drop a like and subscribe. The first stage to getting the platinum is to complete an entire playthrough whilst getting all of the collectibles and saving every character, which is much harder than it sounds. So the game first opens up with a prologue that sort of sets up the entire plot behind the game. Basically, a girl named Hannah has a big crush on this Chad named Mike, and all of the friends set up this super messed up meeting between them, which obviously once they all pop out, makes poor Hannah feel horrible, and she ends up just running away out into the cold of night. Her sister Beth, which we play as in the prologue, then chases after her, and we ultimately end up getting chased by something which leads to the sisters on the edge of a cliff. And as the idiot Hannah just stumbles off the backside of it, she drags down Beth with her. A scary man also shows up, and I was afraid of him, so I just let go, and then we both died. So that's the end of the prologue. Pretty graphic, yes, I know. Also, by the way, you get 0 trophies for any episode completion, which kind of sucks to be honest. There was also an intervention between each episode with a therapist kind of guy, just making us feel bad, which is awesome. So let's just move on to the next episode, that being episode 1. This takes place a year after the prologue, and Josh, the brother of both Hannah and Beth, is inviting everyone back up to the mountain for another party on the anniversary of his sister's deaths. Very interesting timing, Josh. And this entire first episode kind of just had us playing as each character and getting introduced to them and their personal relations with the other characters. It also had us all just get into the lodge in general, which is a pretty bland objective. However, this game makes it quite interesting with the constant jump scares of rabbits and stuff like that. Absolute cinema. But eventually everyone made it to the lodge, and it was all dark since the power was off, but we did get a chance to see just how much of a bitch this girl Emily is. Makes sense because any girl with a name that starts with E is usually a bitch, so I'm not surprised.
That's what I'm saying.
Mike and Jessica, who are another couple in the friend group, got sent off to another cabin by themselves for some fun time, if you know what I'm talking about. And that little journey of theirs sort of carried on for a long time through a few episodes. They ended up falling into the mines, which exposed some huge plot points that we don't yet understand. And also this dude was just following us, which is cool. But the other characters were just running around the cabin, turning on water heaters, so that's great. We also did that summoning game that is totally real, and also gave us some great YouTube content for a few years. But the board ended up saying that the sisters' spirits were here and then went on to blame us for killing them. Roll the tape. Yeah, you fell off the cliff, bitch. Not our fault. Anyways, Mike and Jessica finally made it to the cabin. We did a lot of chores for Jessica as well because she was cold or something. Not like it's winter outside. I don't know what her problem is. Long story short, it was finally getting fun, and then a window got broke in the cabin. Mike investigated it and found out that Jessica's phone got thrown through it. So Jessica then assumed that it was just all of our friends messing with us, and she went out to the front of the cabin to yell at them all, which obviously is a very dumb thing to do from our perspective, and we would see the outcome being her getting dragged away with the monster that has been stalking us. We then got to play as the other group, and that being Chris and Ashley. They sort of just walked around the cabin exploring until a psycho actually showed up and knocked them both out. Very creepy indeed. Hey, I wonder where Josh went. Huh, yeah, where did he go? Anyways, we have to play as Mike again in the next episode, and this is the first instance of the game where we actually have to make sure to not fail at saving someone, because if you don't take every shortcut and do every QuickTime event correct, Jessica will die. Yeah, I failed that, like, literally right away. I also forgot to exit my game fast enough, and this playthrough is now chalked. God, I'm so trash at this game. But don't fret, ladies and gentlemen, because I just decided to make this playthrough the one where I kill everyone instead of save everyone. You know, seeing as we already killed Jessica, we might as well just let the dominoes fall. And so I did just that, really becoming a villain in the story. Next instance where someone dies was right here. The psychopath strung up Ashley and Josh and forced me playing as Chris to pick who dies. I chose Josh. Not gonna show it though because it was more graphic than your parents' divorce. Anyways, after that, Mike found his way to the sanatorium Sanatorium, which is this super creepy place where a lot of important things happen in later in the story. But for now, I just got my hand stuck in a bear trap. Unfortunate. We then see Matt and Emily at the ski lift because Emily forgot her bag back at the entrance. A little late for that now, don't you think? And we also, for some unknown reason, decided to get around the ski lift by walking the very edge of edges. Not sure why we didn't just go around, but whatever, man. Oh yeah, and Sam also got chased by the psychopath back in the lodge when she just got out of the bath. The towel was a paid actor for sure. By the way, Sam is the best character in this game. We all know this. And she actually escaped the guy by just hiding. How nice, Sam. Well done. Matt and Emily then made their way to a fire tower to call for help because everyone is basically aware that there is some sort of monster on the loose by now. But after calling for help and hearing that they can't come until dawn, get it? Get it? That's the game's name. The fire tower just completely collapsed, and this is the second instance where we can kill off a character, that being Matt. You simply just have to choose to save Emily twice, which if done will make Matt not save her and instead land on a ledge below, which had a Wendigo on it that then destroyed his future. Oh yeah, and Ashley and Chris also got captured by the Psycho again, and Chris was posed with the choice to shoot Ashley or himself to stop the blades from getting them both. And I chose to take out Ashley because it was a trophy, and we finally got one, ladies and gentlemen, finally. Also, this is where the story takes a huge uptick in drama and interest. All the characters left besides Emily made their way back to the lodge, and the Psycho then revealed himself as Josh. Who would have guessed that one? So yes, Josh isn't dead, and he staged his own death using a fake body before. But also, he isn't the one that took Jessica because, as we know, there is indeed real monsters out there. The other characters don't know this, however, so we sort of just locked Josh up in the cabin away from the lodge all by himself. That brother is gonna die. Oh yeah, and back in the lodge, that mysterious man finally showed himself to us all and let us in on the secret that there is indeed Wendigo monsters out and about. This is also when we realized that poor Josh is screwed because we just left him out there with them. But the man did take Chris with him to go trying to get Josh, even though he is more than likely gone. He was gone, by the way. The Wendigos then showed up at the cabin and also took out the mystery man here, which is a major L because he knew everything we needed to. Also, as Chris is running back to the lodge, Ashley will refuse to let him in because of what we did to her in the gun situation, making yet again another character die in the story. Oh yeah, and that also was a trophy, but it doesn't pop until later in the episode. However, all of the characters left got sent down to the basement for quote-unquote safety. Emily is here also, by the way, but she's such a bitch I've been ignoring her in this video. I'm not sorry. And I shot her in the face right here because I hate her. Doing that, by the way, was also a trophy I got right here with that Ashley Chris trophy along with it. The rest of this game then had us all going into the Wendigo lair to find Josh because he got stolen earlier and also has the key to the lift that we need to get out of this damn place. But on the way, you get another trophy and kill off another character, that being Ashley. You do this by investigating a trapdoor that has something underneath it, and it was a Wendigo. So she's dead, and here's a trophy from opening that door. Long story short, Josh was down in the lair, but he sort of lost his mind and got snatched up by a Wendigo again, so he's gone for good. The last two characters in the game left are then Sam and Mike. They always make it this far, by the way, which is cool. However, you can kill them both off in the very ending by just switching on the lights in the lodge right away, since there is a gas leak making an explosion occur and blowing up both Sam and Mike. So here's that final trophy for the bad ending, and rest in peace, Sam. Everyone else, I don't care if they died, to be honest. So now I went back for my second playthrough, and this time I made sure to save everyone, which if you ever scuff up a save, you can just exit fast and you'll be fine. Also, getting every collectible isn't that bad. Shout out to the guide master we all love for making it even easier. The first trophy I would get in this new playthrough, by the way, was from me playing as Chris, and instead of shooting Ashley, I just shot myself. The bullets in that gun, by the way, are blanks. I think I forgot to say that, but yeah, they're not real. Next trophy I got was then from me finding all of the clues relating to the mystery man, which sort of exposed who it was very nicely, and that's a neat little thing in the game. I then got a trophy from not shooting Emily in the basement, regardless of how much I wanted to, so here that is. And I found the last collectible I needed for the 1952 collectible line while playing as Mike in the sanatorium. We also found out that the sanatorium was used to give minors and psychopaths pieces of human flesh in experiments, because there was a curse on the mountain that turns anyone who eats human flesh into a Wendigo. How nice indeed. Also, there was a trophy here from saving this wolf in the game that Mike befriends earlier, but you basically have to just not attack it and give it a bone. The wolf will then follow Mike around the whole time, and you also have to blockade this door to keep him secure. Not sure how the wolf survived the building's explosion, but that's okay, he's still alive in our hearts. The trophy from that, by the way, wouldn't pop until the very ending of the episode, which is quite weird, but here it is. I then found the last twins collectible in the mines playing as Sam and Mike, which is also used to save Josh as a matter of fact, but for now it's just a trophy. And then playing as Sam walking back to the lodge in the final episode, I found the last death totem, which gives a little sneak peek into possible outcomes that could happen, so here that is. In In the very final part of the game, you then save everyone by first saving Mike from the Wendigo, and then just hiding repeatedly over and over and over as other characters run out of the lodge, until finally Mike makes it out, followed by Sam slapping that light switch on and killing all the Wendigos while saving everyone at the same time. I then got given 4 trophies at the end of the game, which was an absolutely glorious ending to a glorious game, and here is all of those, mostly from just us saving people. I did have 2 more trophies left to get though, which are both very simple. First was me playing as Sam in that final episode and immediately switching the light on as her, which made everyone die, so that's great, and here's that trophy. I then had to play as Mike again, and in episode 4 go back to the bear trap and cut off his fingers, which I did in the first time because, well, I don't really know why, I'm just stubborn I guess. So I did, and then I had to play out the episode before the trophy pops, which was pretty dumb. But here it is along with the platinum trophy right next to it. So that was the Until Dawn platinum trophy experience. Overall the game was super fun. It did get a bit complex at times with saving everyone, so sorry for not explaining too in depth what was happening. It's just very hard to when you're an idiot like myself. Rating the game out of 10 though, I'm gonna give Until Dawn a solid 8. The game was a load of fun and I had a blast the whole time. I would have given it a 10 if the replayability was a bit better, but honestly doing a full second playthrough was kind of boring for me, so that's unfortunate. And yeah, that's all. Goodbye.